Yesterday, a new trailer was released for the second season of Daredevil, showing us what to expect for this coming season. Was Punisher, shown off in all of his anti-hero glory with his military expertise, as well as the grieving family man hidden behind that tough exterior. However, whoever isn't Punisher sees him as a rampaging monster willing to kill everyone and everything in his path.
Thanks, Hollywood.
This trailer shows us a bit of character development, or a sense of future development, throughout the entire season, with a romantic tension between Murdock and Karen blossoming, as well as Froggy questioning the morality between Murdock being Daredevil, as well as the differences, or lack of differences, between Murdock's Daredevil and the Punisher. There was also intense action scenes filled with guns, fistfights, and other violent scenes we've come to realize from the show. There was also a showdown between Punisher and Daredevil, in which they discussed their different views of dealing with crime and dishing out justice.
Fight, fight, fight.
The end of the trailer had a bit of a surprise at the end, revealing Elektra, as well as that Murdock and Elektra have a past. Romantic? Maybe, maybe not, we'll find out. It was also later revealed that the trailer was a two-parter, the second half going to release on February 25th. Now, as awesome as the trailer is and how great the show is, I had problems with this trailer, because it showed the Punisher just being this mindless killing machine, when he's just seeking justice. And to be honest, that's a lot of origin story right there for most, if not all, kind of superheroes in the Marvel Universe.
Yeah.
They're also making his anti-hero persona kind of seem like a terrible thing to Daredevil, who's mainly Batman and just knocks people out and leaves them for the cops.
All right, well, how else did you feel about the trailer? Because I personally don't have any strong feelings about this season, but the trailer itself was kind of entertaining, to say the least.
Yeah, I'll agree with you on that. The trailer was entertaining, got me hyped. Well, as for the second part of this trailer, it is said to be released on February 25th, and the second season of Daredevil hits Netflix March 18th of this year.
Woo! Something also coming out that's brand new is a brand new console that was just debuted at New York Toy Fair. It is called the Coleco Chameleon. It is designed to come out with fully patched games that will never need any updates. Ooh. It'll never get any future DLCs. Oh. Instead of today's games, you get your money's worth at the very beginning instead of something like a season pass or something like that. I
hate those.
Yeah, exactly. At the fair, it ran through some old retro games and some new ones created by indie developers. These developers will actually be creating new game cartridges to buy for the console, many of which will be old classic games, but they won't be releasing too many new titles since they want people to focus more on the indie games coming out for the console.
Well, ladies and gentlemen, it was Valentine's Day last week, which means love, hair, decapitations, and fourth wall breaking. If you don't get that, Deadpool came out.
Yeah, it did.
Oh, Deadpool. Everything I wanted in a Marvel movie and more.
It was amazing.
It was so good.
It was probably my favorite Marvel movie as of right now.
Behind, in front of...
Ooh, I liked the past, the X-Men, something of past. What is it?
X-Men Days of Future Past?
Days of Future Past.
That was really good.
I really liked that one. Yeah. That one might have been one of my top. That one and Iron Man were definitely up there for me. Yep. But Deadpool, it was really strong. Oh, yeah. The writing was great. How did you feel about that backstory?
The backstory worked really well because instead of just immediately throwing you into his backstory and making go womp 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 for him, like making you feel bad for him, it was like, this is him after a tragic thing happened in his story. This is him before it happened.
It wasn't a pity party. It was, this is the character that you're about to get to know and get to love. And I really liked that a lot.
Oh yeah.
That and then his fourth wall breaking.
I love how they just took that directly from the comics. Because that's what he's known for. He's known as this wisecracking, just bad mouths everything and just breaks everything known to man in comics.
Oh yeah, he would mention the audience directly. He'd even speak to the audience and then a character would be like, hey, what? And then he'd be like, not you, them. And obviously the other character wouldn't know who the hell he was talking about. Yeah, the other character would be like, what are you talking about? Yeah.
I'm my own person.
Yeah.
I also liked when Colossus was dragging him away, he's like, we're taking you to see the professor. And he's like, which one? McAvoy or Stewart? I don't get these time changes.
Yeah, they're definitely well aware.
Yeah. I also like the chemistry between T.J. Miller's character and Deadpool because they always would just go back off each other. And it's always funny because if you've seen the Red Band trailer, you know what he says about his face, and like it's just so great.
My personal favorites, even though they're a lot smaller and less like important, there's a scene with a tiny hand. If you haven't seen it, it's pretty funny. And then at the very end of the movie, there's something after the credits. Stick around to watch that because it's important and tells you a lot about what may be happening.
What may be happening. There's also a callback to a retro kind of movie.
Yeah, a retro movie. We could say that. But yeah. That wraps up our show for today. Please follow us on Instagram, Facebook, and Twitter, and at our website, bytebsu.com. And don't forget, if you lose your progress, you always have a checkpoint.
Bye.
Bye.